Look, I don't want to be seen to be commenting on three colleagues of mine who have been dealing with this case. I know how difficult it is to deal with any case because you have two very plausible viewpoints in any case which are presented before you. One viewpoint is that why do you have stray dogs? You have stray dogs for the simple reasons that our municipal services are not sufficiently efficient. We do not have proper means of disposal of garbage and sewage. And the strays are a creation in that sense of a human environment, right? The other is, of course, that the answer to strays is to sterilize, to neuter strays so that, they don't proliferate. That's one perspective. On the other hand, you have the perspective, and which is not, by the way, this is not a figment of an imagination of the judges. You have contemporary human experience which does suggest that, yes, there have been some terrible incidents of young children being bitten, some of them have died. Many of us have experience of friends, family who have been bitten by strays either late at night or early morning, when you're at work or you're on your morning walk. Where do you really draw the balance? And that's the difficult part. Speaking for myself, my take on it is that the true worth of a society lies in being compassionate. Now, being compassionate is not just being compassionate to animals, it also is being compassionate to human beings. But do you pick up every stray from the neighborhood and say that, the stray should be culled? Experience does suggest that if you just pick up a stray and remove that stray from the neighborhood, that space will be filled up by another stray. For the simple reason that we still do not have a situation where the reasons why strays are generated have ceased to exist. You'll still have unattended garbage. You will still have human beings entering into the habitat of animals. In Lutyens, Delhi, for instance, you are now overwhelmed by monkeys. Why do the monkeys enter into human habitation? Because we have, as human beings, we have destroyed their natural habitat. So, the growth of human beings into natural habitats has in turn created a situation where we are eating into the space for animals in their natural environment. And this is something on which I think we need to have cogent national conversations. On the balance between strays and on compassion towards them, I think that we have to have nuanced solutions. Hard solutions of allowing for strays at random or hard solutions of removing all strays are just not going to work because you're not going to have spaces. If you remove a stray, where are you going to house the stray? The government cannot house all individuals in dignified accommodation. We don't have places for human beings to stay in dignity. And that's why you have the proliferation of the slums. Where are we going to create alternate spaces for strays to survive? So we need to understand that, some of these problems which we are facing as a large, very populous nation have to be dealt with on a very different way. And I'm not sure that courts are the answer for everything. And, so many of these issues, say, particularly involving social contexts like the one which you mentioned, do suggest that, the decision has to be taken at a policy level by persons who are perhaps more entrusted by the Constitution to take these decisions. The real reason why courts are compelled to enter into this area is because of the democratic deficit. Authorities which have to take decisions don't take decisions, and therefore the courts are compelled to step into that space. Now, the answers which courts come out with are not necessarily foolproof answers or the best answers, which tells you the limits on the intervention by courts in every problem. At some point of time, courts have to say, hey, this is not for us. We'll direct you as government, you as an administrative authority to take a decision.